So the Minecraft movie teaser trailer came out today, and like most people, I have thoughts. I should preface this as a father of 3 kids who love Minecraft. I am going to see this movie regardless of what my opinion is of the teaser trailer or any subsequent trailers that come out. And one thing to note is that this is just a teaser trailer so far, and we are very light on details as to exactly what the plot is, but there are a few things that you can come out with right from the start. First thing, it is obvious that they are going the Jumanji route. Real people from the real world suddenly find themselves transported through a portal into the Minecraft world. Why or how that happens, who knows? I don't honestly think any explanation is going to make it any better than just simply saying they've been Jumanji'd, and that's what it's going to be. They're not going to be able to make that transition from the real world to the Minecraft world without people comparing it to Jumanji. That's end of the story. I kind of suspected they might be doing that from the get-go of it being announced. I honestly was wishing that they wouldn't do it, but here we are. We have a Jumanji Minecraft, so it is what it is. Next, the hyper-realistic animated animals and piglins. It's not as bad as the original Sonic was, but let's be honest, it is pretty close. They definitely have that Uncanny Valley vibe to them, where you just look at it and it just looks wrong for these hyper-realistic, semi-living and moving square animals. It breaks the mind. It kind of just makes you cringe when you look at it. And especially a fuzzy creeper. I don't know, did they try to make the creeper look more like moss or something? Because I'm trying to look at this creeper. That doesn't look like moss or anything that should be fuzzy. It's a creeper. If anything, it looks like it should be maybe scaly. So I don't know why they made the choice to go fuzzy for a creeper. And it does not give me much hope for when we first see villagers. You can see in the opening as they are panning across the world, showing the Minecraft world in all its glory. It looks very much like if you go to a generative AI program and ask it, hey, create a realistic Minecraft world. That's what it gives you. In that scene, you do see a village, and which means we are going to see villagers, and if they have the same hyper-realistic but trying to mimic the Minecraft villager, that is going to be horrifying to see in the theater. I'm sorry, it just is. Apparently, another thing that we can pick up is it looks like they're going to use piglins as the villain, like a horde of piglins invading the overworld. That's a bad choice in my mind. I mean, imagine how anticlimactic it would be if all the piglins rushed in and then like 5 minutes later, all of a sudden they become passive zombie piglins, because, that's what happens to piglins in the overworld in the actual game. Using pillagers and illagers would have made far more sense in my mind as a villain plot, but I didn't write it, so we'll see where they end up at. The coming of Steve. Now, Jack Black is amazing. He goes 110%, puts his all into all of it. And I have no doubt he is going to do the same here, and he is going to rock whatever character they give for Steve. Now, the main character's initial response to it is, and how they introduce him, they kind of like, okay, they want to introduce him like he's supposed to be some legendary figure of Minecraft, which, fair enough, it is the main player character of the Minecraft game from when it was originally established. And he definitely kind of has this feel that he's the Robin Williams of the Jumanji. He's the one who's been trapped inside the game for all this time, so he knows what it is, and he's going to show them the ropes. However, I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a prediction here. I'm thinking that Steve is going to turn out to be a twist villain of the whole thing. Like, the only reason the piglins are invading the overworld is because he did something, or maybe he might even actually be Herobrine in disguise. That would kind of surprise me if they decided to do that, but it wouldn't actually surprise me too much as well. But at the same time, I really only think we would see a Herobrine if the movie was written by people who play and love the game, and I'm not getting that vibe. I mean, the fact that the piglins are invading the overworld, I doubt they're going to have the game mechanic where they turn into zombie piglins after a minute. Would be anticlimactic, it would ruin the story, and honestly, I don't even know if the people who wrote this even know that game mechanic exists, because I am not getting a sense of it. The hyper-realism of the animation is actually kind of making the actors look a bit odd, like, because the brain is like shutting down from the uncanny valley that the sheep and the llama and the piglins are in. It is kind of making you second guess if other things are right. So, like, for some reason, Jason Momoa looks like he is stockier, like his head's closer to his body and he has more of a square body, how a typical Minecraft player body has. I do like the use of throwing the items onto a crafting table grid, and then boom, it pops into a usable item. However, it kind of bothers me that the item that they chose is some sort of like weird bucket connected by a chain thing that obviously doesn't exist in the game. And again, it's another thing that makes me feel like maybe the people who are writing and directing this don't actually know anything about how the Minecraft mechanics work. They just have a vague cheat sheet of these are things that happen in Minecraft. So it's an element, gives me a little bit of pause. I'm a little bit concerned about how it's going to turn out, but again, keep an open mind. I will probably be seeing it in the theater one way or the other anyway. So let's see where they take us. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it'll turn out to be an Oscar-winning performance of animation. I highly doubt it off of this teaser trailer, but open minds, people. Open minds. Let's not be haters. Let's go into anything with let the directors and the writers and the actors show you what they can do, and hope they just don't let us down. But those are just some of my initial reactions. Obviously, this is just a teaser trailer. Things can still change before the official trailer comes out, where we will get a better feel for what the plot is. I did kind of like the idea of the piglins riding in using gas like hot air balloons, banging on their war drums. I thought that was a little bit clever. Other good points are the fact that when they go to punch their first tree and they break it in, the big block, and it just becomes a tiny little block that they can easily carry. Really going to rechange people's perception about how strong Steve is when they go, oh, all the blocks are just miniaturized. Film Theory is going to have a field day with that, I'm sure. Does this creeper look fuzzy to you?